Cool. So I'm just going to turn my little heater off because I'll get really, really warm. And set my little timer. Okay, so we will start seated this morning. Thanks for joining, both of you. And as well, if you need to sit up against something, you can always bring your spine up to sit against a chair or a bed. And just close the eyes to begin, just whatever cross-legged or wide-legged position feels comfortable you in your seat, so that you can feel tall and long through your spine. And close the eyes, take a full breath into your body and a big breath out. And just do 2 more like that. So really inhale, let the ribs widen and expand. And breath out. We're going to get that fresh oxygen into the lungs, in through the nose, and out. And then I'll get you to close the lips if it's comfortable to breathe in and out of the nose. And all I just want, just for a few moments, is you to feel the smooth breath moving just in the nostrils. So really refined concentration straight away, just bringing that attention to the breath moving right in the nostrils. So it's this really gentle, soft breath. It's nothing forced, nothing strained. You're just getting the concentration, the mind to the breath, to sensation here. And I find what this instantly does, as soon as I bring my attention to just feeling the breath inside of the nostrils, I'm able to drop deeper into a place of listening. And the listening just helps to kind of soften the chatter of the mind, the expectations we might place. Just lets everything slow down, become a little bit more grounded and still. And from that place, we can really receive the information from the body, from what we feel. How is the body responding? How is the heartbeat? How is my breath? And this is that first gateway into that deeper connection within ourselves. And this is Shravana, listening, to deeply listening, Shravana in Sanskrit. The first limb of Bhakti Yoga, which Bhakti Yoga leads us deeper, deeper, deeper in, so we can ultimately reconnect with this whole body, this whole kind of connection to something that is bigger than just our limited form. You might call that your soul, your spirit, whatever it is, energy, feeling. We'll take one more breath from this place. Maybe open the mouth again if you need to sigh or let some air out. So let's move from this deep listening place today, yeah? And that will help you guide your body through the shapes. Arms will reach wide. You're going to cross your right elbow on top of the left. So you create a little hook at your elbows here, one on top of the other. If that's not accessible, wrap your arms around the back of your shoulder blades and grab a hold. And then we're going to just circle the upper body a little bit. So think of drawing big circles. You can even just draw the elbows in a circle, and that will start to get the upper body moving. Or you can move the whole upper thoracic and rib cage. And just go gentle. If this feels a little bit icky for you, you can just keep it small with the elbows circling and more movement from the shoulder rather than the rib cage. So again, it's just for you to kind of get into the body a little bit and start to make some choices about your movement, ones that feel good. Go the opposite direction of your circle. You might feel a few clicks and cracks in your spine. And then reach the arms back out wide. Big breath. Take the left hand down to the left, away from the body, and then little side bend. So reach the right arm over your ear. And then we're going to pull it down towards the right hip and then circle it back over again as you bend towards the left. So inhale, you might sit a little more upright. And then exhale, bend into the left elbow to reach. One more, lift up. And exhale, bend. Great, lift all the way up through center, arms wide. This time, left elbow on top of the right. And again, you might just start with those little circles of the elbows moving around, so the shoulders are moving. Or you might go the other way and circle the elbows the other way. Good morning, whoever's joined in. I can't see from this far away. Just join in wherever you are. We're just circling, so left elbow on top of right. And then reach the arms out wide, big breath. Right hand down, I think it says Adrian. Right hand down and reach the left arm over, inhale. And exhale, maybe pull back up. And then over to the left, to the right, sorry. And then pull back up. So just little side bends, moving into the side waist. And pull back up. Last one, little bend up and over. And come back up. Nice. And then we're going to transition hands and knees. So Adrian, just join in whenever you're ready, no rush. We're just getting started. So we'll bring hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to take a few little walk backs to wake up the upper body and core. So take your left toes to the back of the mat. And you can stay like this if this is enough, or then pull your right knee forward towards your right elbow and then tap the right knee down and lower the left knee down. Right toes step back, stay, or pull left knee, left elbow. Tap left knee, tap right knee. We'll go again, left leg back, right knee forward. Tap right, tap left. Right leg back, left knee forward. Tap left, tap right. Good, last one, left leg back, right knee forward, hold for a breath, and then lower the right knee back to the floor under your hip. Spin the right toes back behind you to the right and stamp down on the left leg. So you flatten the left heel to the floor. So this is our modified side plank. Right hand under the shoulder, right knee under the hip, and big press down through the back foot. Reach the left arm up and over your ear, and then circle it down past your body and then back. So your big sweeps with the left arm. You can look down at the right thumb, or you can look to the side or towards me. So we're just opening up the shoulder and the side body here. Again, this class is about listening into your body, to your breath, noticing where you feel things. If you need to slow down or quicken the movement. Great, last one, reach the left arm up to the sky. So little transition, which we'll do again in practice today. I want you to hover your back leg off the mat. So hover the back leg and hold. Yeah, if it gets too strong, just tap the foot back down to the floor. Otherwise, hold here in a hover. I want you to wrap your glutes under. So think of thrusting the pubic bone forward. Yeah, rather than sitting the butt back towards your heel, wrap the glutes and open the front of the pelvis. Really strong for your glute here and for the stabilizing hip. One more breath. We're going to transition to step our left foot forward. So if you need to lower both knees, you can. Otherwise, pivot, step the left foot forward, and we come into our low lunge. Reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Take a full breath in. Again, strong wrap of your right butt cheek. Pull the left foot to the back knee so you're strong through your legs here. Final inhale, reach up. And then exhale, hands come to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. So push through the arms. We're going to come straight forward to high plank. So move the chest forward over the hands. You're welcome to tap the knees to the floor. We're going to take one chaturanga. So just a little bend of the elbows, chest pulls forward, and then press back up and take downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time. So come forward to high plank, move the body forward over the thumbs, on or off your knees for your little chaturanga. So just bend the elbows a tiny bit so we get the chest long and the shoulders clip back, and then push back up and downward facing dog. So a little bit of strength in those arms. We'll hold in down dog, soften the knees. And as you pop a bend in the knees, allow that to move your pelvis up and back, and the chest push back towards the legs. And then we'll lower, knees all the way back to the floor, reset, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. If the wrist gets sore, you can always do a variation on your elbows. Okay, let's start again. Left toes back, right knee pulls forward to elbow. Tap right knee, left knee. Right leg back, left knee to elbow. Tap left and right. Left leg back, right knee taps. Lower right, lower left. Right leg back, left knee taps, hold. And then lower left knee back under the hip. Again, pivot your back heel down, rotate the back shin behind you, and then weight in the left arm, reach the right arm up. Thrust the pelvis forward already from here. So strong wrap of your glute. Press through the hand and the back leg, and then big swims with the right arm. Circle it down, back, and then up and over your head. So you get these really nice big movement through your shoulder, through the side waist, but we're building strength here in the left arm and the left obliques, so that this is helping to wake up those muscles along the side of the spine. Last one, you'll reach the right arm directly up to the ceiling, and then lean the head over your left hand a little bit so you can float and lift the back leg. Again, you can tap it to the floor if you need to and re-lift, otherwise hold it here. Again, notice your lower back. So if there's a big dip in the lower back, I want you to think of taking this bottom glute, wrapping it under, and then drawing the front of your ribs in towards the front of your hip bones at the front body. So think of kind of doing a little crunch at the front of your body here. One more breath. The transition is to step right foot to a lunge. So you can come through hands and knees, or pivot, pull the right foot forward, and then land it at the top. Come off the left arm. That wrist is probably feeling it. You might want to circle the wrist just to get a little bit of movement there. And then again, left glute strong. Pull the front foot to the back knee. Reach up through the arms so get a big stretch through the hip flexor. Last breath in. And then hands come all the way down to the mat. Step back, find downward facing dog. So push forward and down through the arms, first finger thumb. Little bend in the knee, pike the hips up and back. And then drive the top of your thigh bones up and back. So think top of thighs pull up and back here. Come forward to high plank. Remember, you can always tap your knees to the floor. Lower just one little chaturanga, chest forward, and push straight back up. And then downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Okay, let's walk forward to our hands. So get there into a forward fold however you need to. You can widen the legs as much as you need to in your forward fold. And then take the hands to the front of the legs. Push away so the spine pulls forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back. Draw the ribs in and then hug the navel to the spine. Exhale, bow and soften the legs and the skull. Roll up slowly. So think scoop through the abdomen. Use the legs, push them down so that you roll up with strong legs, and then arms reach up above your head. Catch the hands here and bring the hands to meet center of the chest. Come to stand. We're going to do Surya Namaskar A 3 times. If you need to modify, please modify. Reach your arms up above your head. Again, glutes strong, tailbone under. Bend the knees, send the gaze forward. Hinge at the hips as you fold. Halfway lift, again, hands to legs. Push away to lengthen the spine. Hands to the mat, we step back to our high plank and then pull the spine over the thumbs, on or off your knees. This time we're gonna bend the elbows and lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes, pull the chest forward to lift up to cobra, ground the pubic bone and the glutes, wrap under. And then forehead lowers, tuck your toes, push up, knees or plank will meet in downward facing dog, hips high. Gaze between your big toes in down dog. So you settle the focus. And then like we set up at the beginning of class, I want you to bring your awareness to the breath in the nostrils. So just subtle, gentle breath. Notice that sensitivity, that feeling of the breath moving in and out of your nose. We're going to transition to top of the mat to forward fold. So get there how you need to. Otherwise, step or little tiny bounce, hop forward and land in forward fold. Halfway lift. Remember, no rush. Take your time to get there. Bow forward, exhale. We'll come through a long spine, so reach the arms up above your head. As you stand, really engage the legs, push the feet into the floor, and then hands meet at the chest. 2 more, so take your time, inhale, reach up. You can move slower or quicker than me. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, press away, squeeze shoulder blades to back. Hands to mat, step back, high plank. Okay, move forward, lower, chaturanga, elbows wrap back, chest forward. Take cobra, pull the center of the chest up and through, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then lower, downward facing dog, push up, and hips high. 2 breaths. As soon as you arrive in your down dog, can you bring awareness to the breath moving in and out of the nose? 1 more inhale. And then if we transition to the top of the mat, maybe bring your feet together, bend your knees, little hop to the hands, forward fold. Halfway lift, press away to find length, and bow forward over the thighs. All the way to rise, push through the feet, lift the arms up, engage the glutes as you lift, and then hands meet center of the chest. Okay, we're gonna meet down dog. Inhale, reach up, bow forward, spine long as you fold. Halfway lift, think of that little cobra in your upper back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can move straight to down dog and step back, or move through a flow, lower chaturanga. Maybe you come to upward dog this time. So lift the top of the thighs and pelvis off the floor. And then downward dog, come through knees or plank to lift up. Okay, in your downward facing dog, and you can always transition to do this on all fours as well. So the same shape can be done on all fours. We'll lift the right leg up and back to our downward facing dog, or you could be on hands and knees here. Squeeze your right heel towards your glute, so you bend the right knee, and then you're going to circle the knee down, out to the side, and then back up behind you. So it's these little circles. If this is too much, too soon, you can change the shape and do it on your left knee. Yeah, with the right leg circling like I'm showing now. Yeah, otherwise stay in down dog. Change the direction of your circle. So push through the supporting limbs onto the floor so you can move in your right hip joint here. Okie dokie. Take the right leg, stretch it back, full breath in. And then pull the right knee in towards your belly button so that you lower your right knee to the floor underneath your hip, like we did at the beginning of class. Spin the foot back behind you and ground the left heel down. We come into our modified side plank. So right knee under hip, left leg long and shoulder stacked over the hand. Take a breath in, lift up through the left fingers, engage the right side waist, and then float the left leg back off the mat, exactly the same as we did in the warm-up. Wrap your glutes and thrust the pelvis forward. Transition to step top of the mat. So you come through all knees, both knees, sorry, or pivot, step the left foot forward and bring your left hand down to frame your foot. Lift your back knee off the floor, right hand under the shoulder now, left arm opens to twist. Circle the arm back, past your hip, and then pull it forward and then back up to the sky. So we get these big circles again, this time rotating a little bit more through the thoracic and the upper back. Something we don't really do much of when we sit all day. Reach back up, left arm to sky, and then bring the left hand down to the floor. You're going to spin your back heel flat. So we're coming to warrior two, back heel grounds down, front knee stacks on the front ankle, and then push through your legs to rise up. So with warrior two, you can make your stance as narrow or as wide as you like. Wider apart is a little more challenging for the groins. So if you need to just step it in a little bit to contain in the pelvis, don't have the feet so wide apart. Your back hip is going to spin forward slightly. So notice as I spin my back hip forward, my chest starts to pivot more to the front of the mat. I want you to keep that pelvic alignment, but then rotate just your thoracic spine, your rib cage around to the side of the room. So the pelvis can stay slightly on the diagonal, but it's the spine that opens to the side of the room. Okay, we're going to go here for a little bit, yeah? So ground the feet and pull the heels in towards one another. Left forearm lands on the left leg. Push it away and then reach the right arm up and over your head and then pull the elbow down. So we bend the elbow. Again, reach and extend, find that length through the side body and then squeeze the right shoulder blade as your elbow pulls. Last one, big reach, inhale. Pull the right elbow down. Now stay here or take your right forearm behind your back. So you get this little half bind. I want you to now move your lower back into that arm. So think wrap the glute down towards the back leg. So we feel a little tiny wrap of the glute under and then let the top shoulder roll back behind you. Yeah, one more breath here. Little bound side angle pose.
Sorry, Bill, I can't hear you. Yeah? Great. Sorry, guys. Okay, cool. Let's come back. Let's just reset to left foot forward, right leg back. So left foot forward, right leg back in our lunge. Yes. Okay, and then an option here, drop the back knee and just fold forward over the left leg like so, or come to standing split on the left leg. So you can kick the right leg back, pull the spine forward, and then start to bow up and over your left leg. We'll hold here, little techno difficulties. Wouldn't be normal if there wasn't a little techno difficulty. And then we're going to fold at the top of the mat, feet together, forward fold. So get to your forward fold if you are on your knee here. Take a halfway lift, press away from the legs, lengthen the spine forward, and then bow up and over your legs. Let's come to stand. Push through the feet, reach the arms up above your head. And then bring your hands to center of your chest. Let's flow. Inhale, reach back up. Arms to sky. Bend the knees, hinge and fold all the way down. Halfway lift, press away, find length. Inhale. Hands to the mat. Either step to down dog or move back to high plank. Lower chaturanga, no rush, take your time. Cobra or upward facing dog. Glutes firm, and then downward facing dog, hips pull up and back. Okay, let's move on the second side. So remember, you can drop your knees to do this. We'll take the left leg up and back. Bend your left knee so you squeeze your heel to your butt. And then you're going to circle the knee into the belly button, out to the left and back behind you. So we're doing these hip circles, clamping our left heel towards our glute. So we're mobilizing into the hip. Yeah, we're getting a bit of movement and strength at the same time. We all need to work the booty when we're sitting on it all day. It's good to fire it up. Okay, and then straighten your left leg behind you. Pull your knee just in towards your belly button and then drop the knee to the floor underneath your hip. Spin your right foot flat and pivot the left foot behind you. Open up the right arm to the ceiling. Push through the bottom hand and float the right leg off the floor. Hold here, thrust the pelvis forward, wrap your glute under. And then we pivot to lunge. So step right foot forward, hands down to the mat and lift your back knee off the floor. Left hand down, right arm will open back up. Circle it around, down past the right hip, and then pull forward. Open up the chest as you circle up and around. So you get these big, beautiful swims and opening through the thoracic, through the upper back here. Last one, bring your right hand to the floor, spin your back heel down to the mat. Again, narrow the distance if you need to, and then push all the way up. So hands to hips first. Slightly let the back hip move forward a little bit, but then rotate your rib cage to the side of the room for our warrior two. And then the front knee wants to stack on top of the front ankle. So just notice what your knee's doing. Track it directly forward over the toes. And then right elbow lands on top of the right leg. Sweep the left arm over your ear. And then bend the elbow and pull the elbow down. So you engage the upper back. Inhale to reach. And exhale to pull. One more. Inhale to reach. Exhale to pull. Stay here or take your left forearm around your lower back to find a little wrap. And then move your lower back into the left arm. So we wrap the glutes and we move the tailbone slightly under. Just one more breath here. I know it's a lot for the legs. Think of pulling the heels together and pressing the balls of the feet down. Okay, come back up, warrior two. Reach your arms wide, strong right leg. Gaze forward, and then bring your hands all the way down to the mat, nice and slow. Lift your back heel. Option one, drop the back knee and come to half split like this. Or hands forward, lift your left leg and come to standing leg split. We'll bend the knee a little bit and let the head soften here. Good. So you're either in your half split or standing split. Pull the spine, both options, up and out over your front thigh. And then we'll meet top of the yoga mat, feet together, forward fold. Take your time, no rush to get there. Halfway lift on the breath in as you come here. And bow forward, exhale. All the way to rise, reach your arms up above your head, grow tall. And then bring your hands to meet center of the chest. Okay, so we're going to do a little balancing flow. So if you need to have support, you can stand me on a wall or a cupboard if you want to bring your hand onto something to balance, yeah? So just know you can change your position. We will stand on the right leg and lift the left knee up in line with your hip, or just lift it a little bit to start to play with your balance. You're welcome to stay exactly like this, hand on a wall or a chair if you need that extra support for balance. Then open your left knee if you're going to add on. Sit the hips back into a little chair and cross your foot, your left foot, on top of your right leg. So we get this little figure 4. Best thing at home is that you can all use a wall if you need to balance. You can stay here or start to reach your arms up by your ears. So little figure 4 chair balance. Pull the right hip in and back. Again, lengthen the tailbone down a little bit towards your right heel and soften the ribs back into the body. Last full breath in. So all of these shapes, just see how you go, yeah? We're going to come back to stand. Left knee is going to lift back up. Good. So the transition here is to step the foot down and then step the left foot back to a lunge, or move to warrior 3. So the left leg is going to reach back, hands will come to hips and shoot the left leg back. So you can stay in the balance warrior 3 or bring your hands to the mat and step your left foot back. So you're just in a lunge on your fingertips, yeah? Stay as you are, lunge or warrior 3, draw the ribs in, send the sit bone to the heel, maybe warrior 3, reach your arms forward. Final breath in, reach through the toes, reach through the arms. We'll transition through our standing leg split. So hands come down, bow the spine up and over, and then step the left toes all the way back if they're not there already, and move back to a downward facing dog, feet at the back of the mat. Good, reset, take a breath in, and a full breath out. Okay, come back, right leg is going to lift back up again. This time, right knee pulls all the way in towards your nose to step the right foot forward top of the mat. Back to warrior 2, ground your back foot and then open all the way up into the warrior 2. Then take your time to set up the feet. Reverse the warrior, reach the right arm up and back behind you, open through the right side body. And then first choice, come to side angle, elbow to thigh, and reach the left arm over your head. Otherwise, wrap the left arm around your back. You can stay here in the half bind. Otherwise, you're going to move to half moon. So your right hand is going to come forward and out in front. Lean forward with the spine, hop the back foot in, and then push over your hand so that you can lift the back leg off the floor. Otherwise, stay in your warrior 2 side angle shape, yeah? Hold here, wrap the bottom hip back, pull the center of your head out and forward over the right hand. Long and strong, press the back wall of the foot up and away. Final big breath in here. And then we're all going to meet back in our warrior 2, so land the left foot and then come back up. Reverse inhale, right arm reaches back. Good, come all the way down, hands to the mat. And then pause in your lunge. Drop your back knee to the floor and reach your arms up to the sky. Woo! Whew, good job. Hands come to center of chest. So option 1 is rotate, twist, and hold here. Otherwise, if you've got space in the belly, you can hook your left elbow outside the right thigh. Otherwise, stay in open twist if that feels better for your body. You've got the hook, press the knee out into the elbow and the elbow back into the knee. Stay on the back knee or press back knee and thigh to lift. We'll come to revolved twist. No matter where you are, go for length up and out of the sides of the waist. Soften the ribs down and in and use the strength of those obliques to find the rotation through your spine. Last breath. And then release your hands down to the mat. Step back, either down dog, or you can always take child's pose, or lower, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, downward facing dog, hips high. Good, 45 minutes, yeah, we may as well just give it a real good nudge in your body. Okay, start to walk forward to your hands, or jump, hop, top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in, and bow forward over your legs. Come to stand, lift the arms up, engage your glutes, engage the core to lift, and then hands move to the chest. Okay, last flow, well done. Stand on your left leg, again use walls, chairs, tables to help you balance if you need. Right knee will lift, stay here, or open the right knee and cross the shin on top of your left leg. And then sit your hips back, so you have to move your pelvis back in space, as if you were going to tap your pelvis to a little ledge behind you. But then draw the ribs at the front in and let the sit bones wrap down. So we don't have this huge arch through the lower back. We just want to lengthen it just a little bit. Stay holding on or reach your arms by your ears. Lift up through your fingertips. Pull the arms back by the ears, hold here. One more breath. Okay, so the transition is either to step the foot down or lift the right knee back up. If you're coming through to the lunge, you just step your right foot back and find the lunge. Otherwise, warrior 3, right leg up, shoot your right leg back, hinge up and over your left hip, and then pull the arms forward, kick the leg back. So we did all this preparation work for the side body, but also for the glute, yeah, to support the load of the leg here as we keep it lifted. So we did that side plank work at the beginning to find activation in the core, the trunk, but also in the glute, yeah, and the upper back. So you're holding that all here. One more breath. We transition to split, so hands can come down, kick the right leg back and up and let the head fold forward. Give it a little shake. And then big step with the right toes to the back of the mat. Spin your back heel down, hands flat, downward facing dog. We'll pause there for a moment. And then left leg will lift back up again, 3-legged dog. Pull the left knee forward and step through. Now we come to our warrior 2, ground the back foot down and then open all the way up through the chest. And just take time to set up, look at the knee, track it forward, back hip can soften forward a little bit. Let's reverse, reach the left arm up and back, open left side body. And then elbow can come to thigh side angle, push the thigh down with the elbow and then reach the arm. Stay here or take a little half bind, wrap your arm and forearm behind your back. So you can stay in the side angle or half moon. Take your left hand forward, you might need to hop the back foot in a little bit. Take the left hand third forward and move your chest over your hand. So the spine has to go forward. Kick the back leg up and back. So this is also like that warrior 3 and standing leg, split leg. So strong push through the ball of the foot. Like we did at the very beginning of class, I want you to pull the bottom hip back, wrap the sit bones under, and just gently think of press the pubic bone forward to open the front of the pelvis. One more breath in half moon. We have to transition to warrior two. So move your hand, left hand back a little bit, slowly lower, and then lift the spine back up. Last bit, everybody, so proud of you. Reach the left arm up and back. I hope you're warm like me. Exhale, hands down, and drop your back right knee to the floor. I'm definitely getting warm. Reach your arms up, breath in, and then hands come to chest. Take a breath. Exhale, twist through the thoracic. You can stay here, or grab and hook, elbow outside the knee. Now, if you've got the bind, press the knee out into the elbow and then hug the thumbs back towards the chest. Welcome to press off your back knee and lengthen the back leg. Yeah, otherwise back knee down is perfect. We'll hold here, long through the spine. Wrap the ribs, feel the obliques again, working to rotate the chest. And see if we can come back to that deep listening that we did seated. It's much harder when we're in really big shape. So it's just a practice. Notice the breath moving in and out of the nose. One more inhale. And then release, exhale, hands to the mat. Step back either to down dog where you can rest, or find vinyasa, lower chaturanga, cobra or upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. So good. Let's take a full breath in through the nose. Open the mouth. Okay, and we're going to transition to come to sit. So you can walk, step, hop. If you want to take another halfway lift, do so just to lengthen the spine and bow forward. And then take your feet wide apart, bend your knees however you need to, come down to sit. And we'll bring our feet forward parallel. So option one is to stay here. You can grab behind the legs and just start to lift the chest and open up through the front body here like so, or even take your hands back behind you and then open up through the chest. Otherwise, I'm going to come to reverse bridge. So your fingers can point to the sides of the mat, or they can point back, whatever feels comfortable for your wrist. So you just bring your hands into whatever comfy shape for your wrist, yeah? Option one, keep the pelvis down, squeeze the shoulder blades and open the chest here. Otherwise, press down, wrap your glutes and lift up to reverse bridge. Usually we let the pelvis kind of sag behind. So like we've done all class, wrap the glutes under, press and thrust up through the pubic bone and squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. So we find this big opening through the bicep, the shoulder and the chest. Gaze can be forward at the belly, up to the sky, or back if it felt good for your neck. Otherwise, just bring the head where it feels comfy here. One more breath. And then slowly tap your pelvis to the floor. So good. Okay, we'll come to a little seated position. I'll get you to cross your right shin in front of your left shin. Take the arms out wide, grow tall through your spine, and then gently rotate to twist towards the left. Your right wrist can gently hook outside the left knee. Press through the left fingertips, lift up out of the spine, big breath in. And again, just gentle twist, exhale. Come back through center, lift up, and then rotate to the left. Left wrist can hook outside the right knee. Grow tall through the spine, big breath in. Exhale, little twist. And then come back forward. We'll keep the right shin in front of the left. Hands pressed down, just lean up and out any amount to start to fold forward over the hips. Maybe you reach the arms forward and lengthen the whole spine. Drop the head. And we'll just take one more minute together. So Time is up, 45 minutes, but I'm just going to take an extra minute. If you do have to go right now, you're welcome just to close the computer, have a beautiful day, otherwise just another minute together. So roll back up through your spine. Take the hands back, swap the crossing the legs, so last shape, left shin in front of right, grow tall, and then hinge and bow all the way forward. You can stay seated, you don't have to lean forward any amount to feel this in the hips. Just let the lower back widen, let the pelvis get heavy here. Just one more full breath into your body, really fill up through the back body, back of the head. And then slowly roll back up through your spine. And so you're going to come to a comfortable position. You're welcome to lay down if you want, or take a child's pose. Otherwise, you can stay seated. I'm just going to offer a little breath technique to close class. We'll just do it for a minute. And you can either do it visualizing it, or you can do it with a mudra with your hand. So maybe you want to lay down, maybe you want to sit. It's totally up to you. And you can just close the eyes and simply visualize this technique, or you can physically do it with me. So find a comfortable position for you. You might even want to turn the lights out or pop something over your body, just so you feel calm and quiet. And so it is an alternate nostril breath. So I want you to take a breath in through both sides of the nose and just notice the breath moving in and up kind of towards the eyebrow center. And then just notice the breath moving from eyebrow center back out through both nostrils. And then you're going to just inhale through the left nostril. So you could block the right nostril and inhale through the left. Up to eyebrow. And then block the left or visualize, exhale down the right nostril from eyebrow to right nostril. And then inhale back up through the right nostril, visualizing, block right nostril and then exhale through the left. Inhale left. And then exhale through the right. Gentle breath. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Just one more round. Inhale left. Feel the smooth breath come all the way in and up. Then gently empty through the right. Inhale right. Feel the breath. And exhale left. Just take a smooth breath in through both sides of the nose. Ribs expand, lungs expand, and then open the mouth to exhale. So lovely to have you in this idea of deep listening or shravana that we offered at the beginning of class. If you just find moments in your day just to draw your awareness to the breath moving in the nostrils, even if it's just for a split second. Maybe it's when you're washing up or if you're on the toilet or something, a space where you're not distracted and nobody can have your attention. Just bring this awareness, this deep listening, shravana, to the nostrils, to breathing in and out of the nose, and it can instantly drop you back into a sense of feeling in control, calm, steady. Have a beautiful morning. I'm just going to hit stop.